Greetings, I'm Dawn Stanley, a member of Epsilon Gamma Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And we have with us
I am Asia Jackson, a member of Gamma Mu at Alabama A&M University, and we are here with
Stephanie Malone, Executive Director of Girls Inc. of Huntsville.
and we're here today to talk about the loan partnership that Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated locally is held with Girls Incorporated of Huntsville. And so I want to start off with asking you a question, Stephanie. Epsilon Gamma Omega chapter has partnered with Girls Incorporated for about 50 years. It goes back to our charter member, Fannie Thompson, and her relationship actually in helping establish the Girls Club that it was called back then. And so we want you to maybe talk to us a little bit about how our partnership has enabled and helped Girls Inc. over those 50 years, and specifically talking about our Girl of the Month program that we've held with you for over 30 years.
Okay, thank you so much for that question, Dawn. But what I can say about the partnership is that it really has been life-changing for our girls. Going back, spanning, all those years, and for me, I've been here the last almost 25 years, but to be able to bring in women from the sorority who have enjoyed successful careers or still enjoying their careers in so many areas, whether it's education or STEM, and for our girls to be able to interact with women professionals and to plant a seed for them to see what their futures could be like. Now that is something that, we look to our partners to be able to do that and to have the presence of your sorority every month, every year, to be able to help inspire our girls to be strong, smart, and bold is such a value added to what we're trying to offer every day to our girls here. And as far as the Girl of the Month program, one of the things that we try to do with the girls is we try to teach them teamwork, we try to teach them compassion, leadership, and so they look forward to the ladies coming in every month. And the program has just really grown and expanded as we, developed our staff or whatnot. And so the girls, those are daily attributes that they strive for every day, because at the end of the month, they want their name called, and they want to be able to come up and take their picture and have their name and their picture placed on the board behind us. But again, for us, it's just the teamwork, the leadership, the sisterhood, for them to be able to see women to come in that exhibit its sisterhood, right? And to be able to not only tell the girls what sisterhood means, but they're living it out. We're hoping that that's trickling down to our girls as well.
Very good, excellent. Thank you, Stephanie.
you mentioned that the girls get excited for every month, to get their name called. Could you elaborate more on the criteria used to select each girl and the positive attributes in the education and behavior?
Yeah, so, one thing that respect, the girls have to be respectful, and it's difficult sometimes, especially with some of our girls, because life happens, and there are things that go on in their life, as well, that can be heavy sometimes. But being able to come into a safe space that creates opportunity. So, they have to be respectful, not only to the facilitator, but also to each other. Compassion. If they see one of their fellow Girls Inc. sisters having a hard day, being able to show compassion toward them, offer encouragement to them. Attitude is everything. And so that is one thing there. And then just helpfulness, are they being helpful to the program facilitator? Are they being helpful to their fellow Girls Inc. sisters in their class and outside of that classroom as well? So those are some of the characteristics that we look for every month as the program facilitators are selecting their Girl of the Month.
Great. Well, Stephanie, you kind of want to transition to beyond Girl of the Month because over the years, as you said, we've expanded our involvement with Girls Inc. And so beyond Girl of the Month, we've had various workshops and different programs. I know in the past we've sponsored Girls Summits, which I've thoroughly enjoyed dealing with Girls Incorporated. But we also have had workshops like learning about the basics of science. We called it labs for a few years. And now we're implementing a reading literacy program with you on a monthly basis as well. So can you talk about the potential impact that's had with that and the need for that with the girls who are serviced here?
Sure. So we collect their progress reports and the report cards every grading period. And so we know which girls are struggling in their core subject areas. And as you know, for the state, all of the girls all of the students rather, by third grade need to be on their third grade reading level. And so, we have girls that struggle in that department. And so to be able to partner with AKA, specifically Miss Natalie, that comes in, and that's the benefit of having someone who has worked in education. Now, our staff are paid, our staff are trained, and they are professional, but they're not necessarily trained educators. And so being able to have volunteers that come in and they just make literacy, it's more than just giving them a book and reading. She brings, and her team of volunteers brings literacy to life, right? Through drama, through acting, and has such a command of that classroom, right? And so we've been able to do book clubs, books have been donated to us, and so it's not just when the AKAs come in, you all are leaving resources behind for us to implement on a daily and weekly basis. And so we can say that because of partnerships like this and because of the programming that we do, that we have seen an increase in our girls' grades when it comes to literacy. And again, being in a nonprofit, the resources are scarce sometimes, and so to be able to partner with key stakeholders such as AKAs, to be able to help our girls be successful academically. And again, I cannot understate or overstate the importance of them seeing women that look like them, who are positive role models, who are professionals, who are college educated, who plant that seed to say that could be me one day as well.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay, for the education, you spoke about you see academic progress and whatnot, but what would you, how would you assess their overall well-being based on the reading support initiatives?
Well, I think being able to partner on these literacy initiatives gives them confidence as well, because whether the volunteers can pick up on it or not, it is intimidating sometimes, especially if you're a struggling reader, to be able to, read in front of people or to do anything when you know that you're struggling in that area. And so the way that the volunteers come in and they set the activities up, there's no shaming involved, and the girls are very comfortable being able to participate because it's more of a group activity. Now, you do have those girls that are natural born leaders and they want to dominate every conversation, but again, being trained and having these seasoned volunteers coming in and make sure that the activities are very inclusive and that all girls are able to participate. And so the one thing that I would say is that their confidence is being built through these activities and through this partnership as well.
That's great, I love that.
Very good. One of our initiatives within our platform for our current administration is called Uplifting the Community, and our partnership with Girls Incorporated is covered under that umbrella. And so we're really pleased to hear about the impact that we've had with the girls who are serviced here. And so Stephanie, I would ask, is there anything else you'd want to share about our partnership over the years, the Girls Summit, some of the other activities that have impacted the young ladies? Because we do things beyond reading literacy, beyond recognizing them for being, great supporters of each other, great sisters to each other. There's other things we've done over the years too. Does anything else stand out to you?
Well, I think one thing that I have not been able to highlight is that we are fortunate to have members of AKA on our board.
Yes.
And so not only are they working with our girls, they are working with the administration of Girls Inc., setting the strategic direction of the organization. And so it is a partnership that we just hope to continue. Again, the expertise that the members are able to bring, and the support system. We have had you as our board chair, and so I really appreciate that. We've had Ms. Mildred, who is on our board, who's the most creative person, and anytime we need a cute theme name or decoration, and so it is also just the strategic awareness and the partnership that we're able to have with the women of AKA. And again, outside, there have been school supply drives. Again, in 25 years, there have been so many ways that the organization has poured into our organization, our girls, and to even my professional growth. And so I say thank you.
You're welcome.
We love you too.
Okay, a final question that I have is if you could share any personal or specific success stories or anecdotes highlighting the positive outcomes of this initiative?
So of the reading initiative or just Girls Inc. success stories?
The reading initiative and girls.
Okay, so about Girls Inc., and I just talked about her, I talk about her all the time, Kaya. Kaya was a girl that came into our program young, probably third grade, and stayed with us all the way through high school and had leadership skills. Did not always lead in the most positive way, but we were able to work with her mom. She has gone on to Mississippi State, graduated undergraduate, graduated with her master's program, but she's a member of AKA. And so, I know, right? And so she even assumed leadership roles within her sorority on her college campus. And so we've had many success stories, but hers always sticks out because I just remember Kaya, and all of the stories. And that's the beauty of Girls Inc. When girls come into Girls Inc., a lot of times they enter very young and they stay with us through high school, so we can see the evolution and the elevation and the transition of those girls. And so that is an overall success story. But the thing I would talk about with the literacy is just the improvement in their grades that we can immediately see from grading period to grading period. And it is because of the partnership that we have with AKA and the other program initiatives and activities that Ms. Tony and everyone plans that support that literacy initiative, because we want our girls to be academically successful and we want them to be reading on grade level so that they are not going to be held back and that they will be able to matriculate and receive on-time high school graduation.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for taking the time to talk with us about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority's impact on Girls Incorporated. So thank you for what you do for the girls in our community every day. It is needed, it is appreciated, and it is noticed. So thank you for all that you do.
Well,
Stephanie.
thank y'all so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.